Hello everybody, my name is Superscrull and welcome to Scroll Recon of Dear Esther. This game's among those games that I found when I was looking for, like, a calming, nice, relaxing kind of game to play. It looked like the best. Honestly, people were saying it's fantastic, got great visuals, it really pushes, I think it's Source. I think this is done in Source, but the graphics are quite nice for Source, according to them. Yeah, it's just a nice thing you can do. So, apparently there's lots of chapters we can play. We'll just start the lighthouse, Probably won't do the whole thing, but I probably will come back to it, actually, on my own time, if I like it.
Dear Esther, the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Wow. Interesting. Very poetic. This game does look pretty gorgeous, I will admit. The detail isn't the highest in the distance, but it still is quite nice atmosphere. The water, the sounds are so good. Quite nice sounds, I will admit. And I think the point of the game is just to walk around, so that's gonna be, for a lot of you, boring. I know. I don't expect these videos to get me super popular or anything. Oh, there's a flashlight? Nice. I just wanted to play some chill stuff. It's really calming music. A little bit eerie, I will say. Can I pick up anything or no? Is it just to look what? Is this... Is this an organic compound? CC... Yeah, it is. I can't name it. I don't remember the naming scheme for organic compounds, but I definitely recognize that. Yeah, and you got yourself that kind of bond thingy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know anything about organic chemistry, but that's some basic organic chemistry right there. You'll know what it is if you understand. If you know what it is, then what was that? We're just... Oh, I can zoom into stuff. What? Okay, all those buttons just zoom. Every button just zooms. That's what I'm picking up here. I'm hitting the triggers. I'm hitting on my controller. I mean, oh god, that's disgusting. Okay, I'm leaving. But yeah, there was a organic chemistry thing going on there. So I don't know what that was about. It's not even organic chemistry. It's just like a drawing scheme for that thing. But never mind. We're not talking about science right now. I have a class on material science, actually. Just a little while. Record this in before I gotta go. So, that looks really nice. That sky. That is good. That is some good sky up there. Oh yes. I was just to walk towards the lighthouse, I guess. Because this is called the lighthouse, is it not? It's probably what the mission is here. And I was just dawdling. Dawdling? That's the word? Dawdling's the word, right? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a way back up? Because I just came off the mountain and I really won't be able to get back up. Can I go in the water? Hold on. Oh my god, I can. Will I start drowning? Is that a thing? If I get too deep? Oh dear lord, I will. Oh my god, I didn't die though, the sound it made is terrifying. Oh my god, that is actually really pretty spooky. You hear, that's the sound you hear basically. When you go underwater and it's just like a whole sound. Because sound travels too quickly underwater to be heard. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's what it is. It travels like 10 times quicker underwater or something? No. 5 times quicker, I think. What is it? I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I know it's like 10 times quicker through rock.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time. Sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
There's some really nice dialogue. Just a little bit of lore for the world, you know? The guy is dying or something? I don't really know. But he's just talking about... He's doing his diary, and it's a good narrator. Good narrator. So these islands are in Scotland, I believe. That's where this game is set, I think. Ireland or Scotland. The narrator sounds Scottish. So... What is this? I was talking about those islands out there. I don't really know what about them. The music came back though when the dialogue triggered, so that's good because music is really cool. But I really hope it doesn't get me. Oh god, the copyright claims on these videos are just up the wall. Because I like listening to the music, right? So I talk over the music and then it just gets copyright claimed, and I really don't care.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Why is he talking about yogurt? I don't understand. I guess that's what he found, right? But that's weird. Oh my god, did I trap myself in the water? I may have. Okay, there. Thank god. Oh. Oh god. What am I? Oh no. Okay, oof. No, I can't jump or anything, right? So you gotta be careful. Where is this leading? I don't know where I'm walking. I don't know if you guys were aware of that. I'm sort of just going with the flow, and I don't know if I don't think I'll make it up here. No. Darn. Do I have to go back? I really like that yogurt talk. Is there a path over there that I could walk, or do I have to go? Up. Dude, I don't know. I don't want to backtrack because that just seems boring. Because the game's already like so walk heavy. What is this supposed to mean? Is some sort of a Gaelic symbol of some sort? I don't know. Does it mean something? It probably means something, but I don't know what it means. I'm not Scottish. Or secretly am I? No, I'm not. I'm a Canadian. Yeah, I was talking about the... Okay, yeah, before I got distracted by the narrator, or whatever you want to call him, talking about copyright claims. Yeah, a bunch of my videos getting copyright claimed because of the music. Because of these games that have like this nice music, all the music is getting claimed on it. It's like the plan, which you would have seen by this point. The plan got copyright striked, and I just don't care to like argue it or whatever. Like, it's not like I'm losing tons of money out on it or something. Like at most, I'll gain like 3 cents of ad revenue from it anyway. Seriously, like I do not care.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
How sad. This game is super atmospheric, and I really like it. The music, the scenery, the sounds. This is a place that I would like to just go alone and walk the whole day. I like walking, and I do it all alone. Because I don't have any friends. No, but seriously, I would love to just come here and just walk and listen to the sounds.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
It's a branching path here, guys. Take the high road, I guess. It's like not that much higher. It's like a foot higher. Walking through the shrubbery.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island,
Ooh.
where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Sorry, so his blurbs are getting a slightly more weird with some intense imagery. What did I just say? Intense imagery. That's what I meant to say. I've sort of strayed from the path towards the
Dear Esther, I met
roll credits.
I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Interesting.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why? Asked the farmers. Why? Asked Jacobson. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
I like that he talks because I don't have to commentate then. What are these things? Glow-in-the-dark chalk? Oh, there it is again. What is that supposed to mean, though? Like, what is it? Like, I know what it is, but what is it supposed to... Like, why is it here? Written in glow-in-the-dark chalk. And is this a dead-end cave? It is. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a nice, interesting find, I will admit. It's glow-in-the-dark magic here. Or I guess you'd say magical chalk. Because glow-in-the-dark magic doesn't make any sense. Unless it's magic that literally glows in the dark. Which would be weird. I don't even understand what that would mean in terms of what it is. There's a lighthouse. So I'm pretty close. The music has come back. Barely. It was like... Oh, there it is, the piano, yeah. Very interesting game. I kind of want to play through more. Maybe not on the channel, but I definitely want to play it on my own time and just see what he has to say. In the different sceneries, because this is super, super relaxing game. I want to get back up there, please. Damn. If I just push really hard, can I... Oh, I totally can. I just push really hard. Eventually the game will have... According to the... Darn. Guess the way the game is designed, it sort of just jumps me up there. Once I get high enough on it. You can see I'm slightly moving. As I push against it. Darn, but I keep falling back down. Oh, no, there. And you can do it. I believe... Oh, damn. It's well designed enough to not let me back up, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm not getting back up there, okay. Where do I go then? Towards the lighthouse? I don't think that's how it's gonna work. Wait. What's that thing over there? That's the lighthouse. Is there more than one lighthouse? Oh dear. This just got terribly confusing. Which way? That's clearly the lighthouse, but that's also a lighthouse over there. Oh my god, what if it's like the Phantom Lighthouse? Oh, that's hilarious, but not so much. Damn. I kind of want to finish this, just like this one section if I can, because I want to see how it ends. And if you guys stick around this far through babbling...
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
That is dark. It's this weird Stonehenge-looking thing. It's not really Stonehenge, obviously, they're just rocks, but they're in an interesting fashion. Oh, what was that noise? You heard that right? I'm not crazy. You heard that, right? I hope some of you will watch this and at least enjoy it. Just like a few of you. Or go get the game and play it yourself just to see how it goes, because it is an interesting game. Not obviously for everybody, because people who want, you know, to go kill some fools or whatever, probably not the game for you. There are no fools except the one you play as. What? A loading screen? That was unexpected. Mouse, move out of the way. Did not expect a loading screen.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
How intriguing. So is this like a man trying to find Esther, his wife or his love or whatever, and so he's sailing to get to her? Maybe he's a sailor? No, he said he'd driven. He'd driven, so he's... Forget the sailing then. But maybe he's a sailor because he was talking about at the very beginning how the water at his ankles and it rocks in his lungs and him drowning and stuff like that. So what's that about then? I feel like I need to keep playing just so I can figure out what the story's about. You gonna let me up? Hello? Apparently not. Interesting. I don't understand the story, but obviously I think that's the whole point, is you're supposed to explore and listen to his blurbs and piece it together. Blurb. Blurb's a funny word. Okay, I'm not gonna check out these things because they're kind of gross looking. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to the lighthouse by the end of the episode unless I make the episode super long. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be anyway, but this is a really interesting game. I'm intrigued about the story, and I think I'm gonna look into this further in my own spare time, which, frankly, I don't have very much spare time. Just enough to play this, really. And after that, just back to homework and stuff, assignments and classes.
All night the boy has kept me lucid. I sat when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island. I sat at the edge, and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night.
Oh, those aren't...
He is retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf-mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
You know, that's still a lighthouse, right? And that's a boy. No, that's not even a lighthouse. That's a signal tower or some sort. Wait, is this dead end? So the whole point of this game is just to explore dead ends and get interesting journal entries from this Scottish man with a lovely voice. But I was looking for Esther and cannot find her because it's impossible to find what he's looking for or something. I don't really know. That's what it seems like. He's impossible. He can't find the place, and he's on this island or something. He's exploring. Well, like he said, he's trying to find the secret of the island, right? So, whatever could that mean? I really don't want to stop playing this game. Like, it's really interesting. Pretty. With nice sounds. And the wind is nice. But what do I do? Maybe I have to go that way. Oh, maybe I have to go that way. I don't really know what to commentate at this point because it's sort of just whatever's on my mind, right? Because there's nothing super happening. I always do that. What does that even mean? Nothing super happening? What does that mean? I say random stuff like that and it doesn't make any sense. I start with one sentence and I finish with it with a different sentence that was in my head, so you have two incomplete sentences that merge together to form some weird hybrid sentence that does not portray any meaning.
You visited me in the hospital.
Oh, that's what he's talking about, stones in his stomach.
When I was still half submerged in anesthetic. Your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Oh, that is interesting right there. That is some interesting information we just got about our character. Are we playing as this character, or are we playing as a different character? I'm assuming we're not playing as the narrator. We're playing as someone else who found his journal, maybe, and is looking for this area? Or someone else entirely?
I've begun to climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Those surgical tools. I'm not even gonna comment on that vocalization and the music there. I guess we're going to the summit, as he so eloquently put it. The music is definitely getting a little bit eerier. Kind of creepy. There's a house, though, so maybe that'll be abandoned too, like everything else on this stupid island.
Originally in the early 1700s. By
That's
then,
why.
shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him, either.
You like how that flashlight just goes on.
These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
This game is getting really interesting in like a take it all in kind of way, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot happening, but there's not a lot happening. Like, there's auditory cues and what he's saying and the areas that you're exploring, and all of that leads to an interesting story if you try to piece it together. Now, if you don't take this game at face value, you're gonna miss out. And you get like if you're just watching this and not really paying attention, you're gonna miss out on some very interesting story. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
He left his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing. The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stones. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
So there's an interesting theme of drunk driving and kidney stones. They've come up more than once now, both those topics.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
So that was in the 1700s. What time period is it now? 1900s? You got lighthouses, so it's gotta be past the 1800s, right? Right? Or am I crazy? Couldn't have had lighthouses or blinking buoys before, buoys, however you say
Climbing
it.
down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves. Winter tides against
oh my god, that music.
Drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
So he died while he was high on painkillers. Oh my god, what is this? It is gorgeous, and that music was terrifyingly creepy. So, do I fall? Oh, dear lord, I do. Loading screen it is. Okay, this game is getting super interesting. I don't want to end the episode because I'm having so much fun. Ooh, that sound.
Did Jakobsen crawl this far? Can I identify the scratches his nails ruined into the rocks? Am I following him cell for cell, inch for inch? Why did he turn back on himself and not carry through to the ascent?
Oh my god. This is gorgeous. So am I this guy writing this journal as I walk, following the path of Jakobsen? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I don't know what perspective this game is from. But I don't want to stop this because this is awesome. I've probably been recording for quite a while now. And, you know, some of these games don't really need tons of time. Some of them really do. I'm okay with making longer episodes for that purpose. It's back here. Watch your head, sir. Don't I get spiked to death. My god. I have a few questions, just like how... Oh god, should I jump? I don't think I should jump. How is this glowing? I don't understand. I totally can. Oh my god. My heart is not okay with this. I'm gonna drown. Is there a way out? Oh, there is. Okay, obviously there has to be. What kind of guy just jumps down like a black pit that you can't see the bottom of? You know? Not that part. I mean the original part before the loading screen where I just sort of hopped down and was like, what? Okay, I don't understand how this is glowing or why, and I want to know. What is glowing? How are these things glowing? Are they ether crystals? They must be. I don't know if you guys have played Xenoblade Chronicles, but that game is fan-freaking-tastic and long, but awesome. Oh my god, so awesome. And yeah, the ether crystals in those caves and other places, they glow, so probably ether crystals. Oh, I'm back up here now. Interesting. Is this blood? What is this? It's just a red glow from a candle. What? There's a lit candle in here? That's not even a thing. Don't even start. This area is super moist. Damp. Moist is a disgusting word. There's so much water around, so some of it must have put the candle out. I know the water's not touching the candle. I know that's not how fire works. But I'm just saying, shouldn't the damp air have like made it harder for the candle to burn, eventually burning out? Or putting it out, not burning out per se. Are these glowing mushrooms? Is that what's happening? Must be the glowing mushrooms. Don't eat the glowing shrooms, dude. Sorry. This music is super atmospheric. God, this game's so good. Like, so goddamn good.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder, the world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine, between each shoulder the nascency of flight.
So this guy, narrator, is dying, obviously. And he came here in the search for Jakobsen, or to search... I don't know what he wanted to search. Jakobsen is from the 1700s, a shepherd from the 1700s, right? That's what he said. So, what is he doing here? What is the narrator doing here? So many unanswered questions, and I really want to figure out. I feel like they don't also need to be answered, because... You know, it's just a good... Oh my god, what is this? Can I even get up there? No. This is weird looking. This is really trippy. Glowing rocks, glowing mushrooms, everything in this cave glowing?
The hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
This is a really good game, guys. I really recommend this. Where are these candles coming from? Who lit them? Maybe Jakobsen, but that was a long time ago, presumably, right? Behold, Damascus. What does it even say? Fakely? I don't know what that last word means. It says... Behold, Damascus something. Well, I think I was talking about Damascus, right? The narrator? So this is the narrator. So now we're following the path of the narrator, not Jakobsen. What does that say? I don't know. If you guys know what that says, tell me. We got some more weird, like, alien-looking stuff here. What are these, circuits? Like, weird... I don't understand what this stuff is. Oh, no. This is more organic chemistry stuff. That Benzene? Is that what's called? You know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. That ring there, it's a... I don't remember. I don't remember, guys, okay? I don't do that kind of chemistry anymore, but I... It's familiar to me. It's familiar to me. That circle thing, the hexagonal thing, is a benzene, but I don't think that's actually benzene. I think it's, benzene would have one more double line in there. That looks more like a, the loop thingy. Carbon loop thingy. Okay, I don't think you guys care, so that's okay. What is this stuff now? It kind of looks like we're in the guts of some weird monster. What is this stuff? Glowing vines now? Does this go anywhere? Oh, it does. Hope I can hold my breath for a long time. Because in real life, I would never be able to make this. Just saying. Oh, I probably could. If that's all it was, I could probably make that. But I have pretty bad lung capacity, I will admit. Can't hold my breath for more than like 10 seconds. At most 10 seconds. Like, it's really bad. Oh, it's terrible. Guess I have to jump. Ah! Oh my god. Can someone turn the lights on? There they are. Oh my god, what? Excuse me? What the hell? Game? Oh, that was so weird. So I don't think I have to explain what we just saw, but that's extremely weird. Right? Like, is he having a flashback, or is that... What is that? Did he die in a drunk driving accident? Is that what happened? Like, I don't even understand. But that scene looked more like it was an abandoned highway than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I think I should probably call the episode once I exit this cave, because I don't know if I can take any more. I mean, I totally can take more, but that's not what I mean. I'm not gonna go back down that waterfall and have some weird, creepy visions again. Oh, everything's going black. Loading screen, here we go. I guess we're exiting the cave. We haven't exited the cave. Oh, we have. We're at the... Oh my god, look at that moon. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Oh, I love the moon. It's so big, too. Alright. I'm looking for if he has any more narration to add. If not, then, that moon is a good endpoint. But there's so much more I want to... Oh, I want to keep looking.
I
Damn.
sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Oh, luminous paint. That's what's glowing. Gotcha. Who lit all these candles and why? God, this is so good. God, this is so good. I don't want to stop. I feel like I should stream this game or something so I can just keep playing it. And then have it there.
I returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery, but the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time, we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
That is some defeatist mentality right there. So he's on that cave. There's a weird altar of something happened over there with the medical supplies, the candles. So the narrator lit these candles. Then that's what I'm working on that assumption now, because he was like, I don't even know, man. It's confusing. Where did all these candles even come from? Like, who walks around with this many candles and is like, okay, set one up here, set up a whole bunch right here. I mean, he had the luminous paint as it is, so. What is he trying to say with this chemistry stuff? I don't got it. Is he some sort of chemist? Doctor? Yeah, that isn't benzene. That is like a cyclo ring thingy. What is he trying to say with that? I don't understand. Oh? Is it a shrine of some sort? Well, not a shrine, but you know what I mean. God, I want to keep playing this game. Oh, so much. I think I should call it soon. I've been saying that for so long now, probably. Probably been saying that for about 20 minutes. But there's just so much more to explore that I want to keep exploring. This game is really compelling in that manner. That in itself is a good mechanic. Tires? This is parts of a car? Yeah. The night sky in this game is so pretty. There's that thing. Finally we see that thing. It's not a lighthouse.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. So he's some sort of chemist guy who's making... Was he in the industry for making antacid yogurt? And so Jakobsen and the narrator met up, and Jakobsen was this chemist guy. So Jakobsen did all this stuff. Is that what I'm to believe? Also, is this just the first chapter of the game, or are the loading screen indicative of me changing chapters?
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Oh, so these are all that's sad. These are all the letters he wanted to send to Esther. He said he watched them sink, though. They haven't sank. They're floating there. Maybe it's too shallow for them to actually sink in, so they're just actually underwater and completely absorbed in water. No, the other way around. What I just said made no sense. Completely absorbed in water, no, the other way around. Water's completely absorbed into them. Pieces of paper. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. On a sudden, It's not a complete sentence. And eggs? Really? Weird. This is so creepy. But, like, interesting. Like, what did this guy think? Was he insane? Probably not. Oh, yeah, the boats did sink. Okay. This can't just be the first chapter, right? This has to be, like, this can't be, like, the game's not that long. Wait, where do I go? Do I maybe have to swim around to somewhere where I can walk up? Maybe. Oh dear. This is really... I don't like this underwater view of things. I really don't like that. It actually terrifies me, because I am pretty terrified of water. Well, what's in the water, I should say. Stop, 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 please stop. Please stop. I don't like this. It actually gives me really weird anxiety. It's terrifying me, this. Okay, stop doing that. Get out of the water. No, 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 no. I don't want to do this anymore. Can I please get up on land? Please get up on the land. Oh my god, it won't let me up. Okay, there we go. Alright guys, I think that's gonna do it. This is quite a long Scrull Recon, but I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too, and I hope you guys check out this game if you did stick with me all the way to the end here, and even if you didn't, then you don't hear what I'm saying, but still check out this game. Yeah. Right, so. There's the moon. Oh, the sun's coming up. Oh, we can see the sun. Oh, I want to see the sunrise. No, no, okay, gotta end it. Oh, it looks so pretty though. Just look at that. Oh, this game is so good. So good. Okay, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna cut back in just for a second here. I was right. I was right. Each loading screen was indicative of a different section of the game. Now, perhaps there's no... maybe I'm wrong, but the way I was walking, the path sort of just ended and there was nowhere else to go, except to see the moon. And then it faded behind, and it moved behind the mountains. So, we did the lighthouse, and then we moved over to the buoy, which is totally what we did, and then we went to the caves, obviously, we knew what the cave was, and then we went to the beacon, which was the end after we came out of the caves. So I think we did actually go through the entire game for the most part. And explored most of it. If maybe I missed some stuff at the end, and maybe there's an official ending to the game, but it doesn't seem like there would be, right? So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. We did totally go through the game, so the only reason for you, I mean, you should still pick it up and just explore it yourself, and maybe find things I never found, and maybe officially beat the game. I'm not sure if there's an official ending or not. I'm gonna look that up. But beyond that, I think we did totally go through all the parts of the game, all the chapters. So yeah, just a little blurb at the end here. So yeah. I'll still see you guys next time in the next video, Scrull Recon or whatever I do.